Hello and welcome to my third web design video. Today we're going to learn about more things that we can use to organize our website, such as lists and divs. A list is a series of items in text that can either be ordered or unordered. So you most likely already know what a list is, and in HTML it is exactly what you think a list is. It's just a sequence of items that can be put in either bullet points or numbered. So let me show you how you can create a list in HTML. So here's the website that we were working on. Obviously yours should have more because I gave you stuff to add, but I'm just adding a shorter example so that's easier to see everything that we've learned so far. So now we're going to go ahead and add a list to this. So I'll go to my code, and if you remember, I mentioned that there were two types of lists, an unordered list and an ordered list. So they're exactly what they sound like. An unordered list is where the order doesn't matter and you're just listing items randomly. But an ordered list is where the order matters and they're listed with numbers. So you might use an ordered list when you're listing what time things happen. Like you're listing things from smallest to biggest or from oldest to youngest. But with unordered lists, it doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and start with unordered lists. So an unordered list has an opening and closing tag, and it is the UL element, and UL stands for unordered list. Then inside of these tags you hit enter, and then it will create a line in between the tags for you. And then after that, go ahead and use the LI element. LI means list item. So if you put something in here, like I'll list out my favorite sports. So, and then you can write another LI line and then replace it with a different thing. So each LI tag represents another item in the list, and you can keep going on as long as you want. So I'll add 3 items. And then once you're done with your unordered list, you can go ahead and save. And then after that, go to your website, refresh. As you can see, it gives me an unordered list. Now we're going to create an ordered list. Keep your unordered list and don't delete it so that you can see the difference between the two. So since UL stands for unordered list, OL stands for ordered list. And you can do the same thing, hit enter. And this time you're going to use the same exact tags for the elements in the list, LI. So this time I will list items from smallest to biggest. So I'll start with the grape, then an apple, then a tennis ball, or no, I'll go with a basketball. And then one more item, I'm just going to say a house. So these are items from smallest to biggest and they have an order. So you save and then go ahead and refresh. As you can see, instead of using bullet points, it uses numbers to show the order from 1 to 4. So that is the main difference between the two lists. And if you want to give the list a title, you can simply just add an H2 or H3 tag, depending on what your website looks like, and give it a name. So I'll call this one items from smallest to biggest, and I will call this one my favorite sports. And once I save and refresh, it gives me some titles I can use for these lists. Okay, now we're going to talk about the div tag. So the div tag is used to divide elements into separate sections. So the full form of div is division. So it does exactly what the name says. It divides each thing into a section. But you can't really see the sections most of the time. So why do we use divs? Well, we use them to prepare for CSS because when we create divs, we're able to style each section in our own way with CSS to make the website much more engaging and to create separation between each section. So let me show you how you can create divs quickly. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to organize my current website with the div tag. So I'm going to create a div tag real quick just to show you. This is what it looks like. It has an opening and closing tag, and whatever you put inside of the div tag is part of that div section. So I'm going to go ahead and organize my website by placing divs around stuff. You should do that too for your website so that you can get ready for CSS. And when we look at our code, it's not going to really do anything because you can't really see anything yet, but if you want to make it visual, then you'd have to learn CSS for that first. So don't worry about divs right now, just organize your website in the way you want to. Like right now, I'm organizing my sections like this list is its own div, this list is its own div. These links are going to be in one section, and this about me part is going to be in one section. So I'm just going to do that real quick. And once you're done, you can go ahead and refresh your website, but it's still going to stay the same because you can't see the different sections. So that's it. We'll come back to divs when we start learning CSS. So today's video was pretty short, so I'm going to give you some short homework as well. So you should have already separated your website into different divs or sections. And if you haven't done that already, go ahead and do that. Then once you're done, I want you to create two lists, an order list and an unordered list on your About Me page. And it could be about anything, but it has to be at least one of each with 5 items in each thing. And don't forget to put those lists in its own div as well. So I'll see you in the next one, and like and subscribe.